students, today we are going to discuss about optics lesson. What is optics? Optics is a branch of physics which deals with light and its behavior. It is called optics. First, we are mainly focused light. Light is a form of energy. That energy is nothing but electromagnetic waves. That electromagnetic waves propagated through medium and also vacuum or air or free space in the form of waves, especially in the form of electromagnetic waves. Next, source of light. Any body which emits light, that body is said to be source of light. For example, this is a body which emits a light in all possible directions. That light energy is propagated in all possible directions. So let me assume this is one straight line with the arrow head is called a ray of light. A ray of light is nothing but a straight line with the arrow head, which gives the information to us that propagation of light energy towards one direction, but the source of light emits a light energy in all possible directions. That light energy is propagated in all possible directions, which is indicated by the straight line and with the arrow head is called a ray of light. This kind of ray of light, this is a collection of ray of light is called beam of light. This is beam of light. A ray of light is a straight line with the arrow head which gives the information to us as a direction of propagation of light energy. This kind of collection of ray of light is called beam of light. Topic: properties of light. Any source of light, it is a source of light, emits a light energy in all possible directions. It possesses a property. First property: light is a form of energy. That energy is propagated in all possible directions in vacuum or air or free space or in also medium. Second property: that light energy is propagated, it does not require any material medium for propagation. That light energy is propagated in medium or in the absence of medium also. That is the second property. The third property: light travels through air or vacuum or free space with the speed c is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. So speed of light in vacuum or free space or air with the maximum speed 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. The next one property, fourth property, that light refraction takes place, reflection takes place, the total internal reflection takes place, and the polarization, interfere, and diffraction takes place. And one more property of light. Light is one of the electromagnetic wave. For example, gamma rays, X-rays, UV rays, visible light, radio waves, microwaves, long waves. Out of these electromagnetic waves, visible light also one of the electromagnetic waves. Visible light is one of the electromagnetic wave. In the visible light, then the electromagnetic spectrum, visible light is one of the parts of the electromagnetic spectrum from violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. It is the part of the electromagnetic wave is called visible light. Which are violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. It is part of the electromagnetic spectrum is called visible light. In the visible light, violet color has a shorter wavelength. Red light has a longer wavelength. From violet to red, wavelength is increases. So red light has a longer wavelength, violet light is a shorter wavelength. So next, violet has a frequency, is a greater frequency. Red light has a lesser frequency. So from violet to red, frequency decreases. So red light has a lesser frequency, violet light has a greater frequency. Then compared to energy, energy of violet light is greater. Energy of red light is lesser. So and also refractive index of violet light for any given medium is a greater value. Refractive index of red light for any given medium is lesser. That's one. Another one property, there is an important relation connecting in between wavelength of your light wave and the frequency of your light wave and the velocity of your light wave. C is equal to nu lambda or C is equal to f lambda. We choose any one equation. C is equal to nu lambda. Here C is the speed of light in vacuum, which is equal to the product of frequency of light wave and wavelength of your light wave. This is an important relation connecting in between speed of your light wave and the frequency of your light wave and the wavelength of your light wave. So from this equation, frequency of any light wave nu is equal to C divided by lambda. SI unit of frequency is x. Then from this equation, we are going to calculate the wavelength of your wave. Lambda is equal to C divided by nu. So this is an important expression which is used to measure the wavelength of any light wave, which is equal to speed of light in vacuum or R of free space divided by frequency of light wave. So SI unit of wavelength is meter. Then another one important property of light, let me assume one pair of medium. Above the xy surface is the first medium, below the xy surface second medium. So xy surface which separates the two medium. So first medium has the refractive index mu1, second medium has the refractive index mu2. Normal drawn to the surface. When a ray of light is coming from the source traveling in the first medium, so incident at this point of interface, a partial amount of light rays is reflected by the surface, a transparent surface. Rest of the light rays transmitted into the surface and the refraction takes place. This is refracted ray. It is incident ray. So angle between normal drawn to the surface and the incident ray is called angle of incidence. Angle between normal drawn to the surface and the refracted ray is called angle of refraction. So without the second medium, then the whole space is filled with the first medium. Then the ray of light coming from the source travels along a straight line without the second medium. But in the presence of second medium has a different refractive index. That's why then the path of light is deviated from the original path. Then the phenomenon is said to be refraction of light. So when is another one property, when a ray of light or beam of light is coming from the source of light, is incident at the interface of two medium, partially reflected by the transparent surface and partially refracted into the surface. So next topic, refraction of light. It occurs one pair of medium. XY is the surface. Above the XY surface is the first medium. Below the XY surface is the second medium. Normal drawn to the surface. First medium has the refractive index mu1. second medium has a refractive index mu2. First medium is a rarer medium. Second medium is a denser medium. What is a rarer medium? M. This medium is optically rarer medium in which light travels with a greater speed. Then what is a denser medium? A denser medium is said to be in which light travels with the lesser speed. That's why the XY surface which separates the rarer medium and the denser medium. A source of light which emits a light coming from the source of light passing through the first medium, incident at this interface with the point of incidence. So it is called incident ray. Angle between normal onto the surface and the incident ray is called angle of incidence. This ray of light is enters into the second medium. Its actual path of ray of light is changes. It is a refracted ray. Angle between normal onto the surface and the refracted ray is called angle of refraction. Without the second medium, without the denser medium, entire space is filled with the first medium. The actual ray of light is travel, or actual path of light is travels along this direction. But in the presence of denser medium, then the ray of light is moving towards the normal line. So refraction is a phenomenon when a ray of light is travels from one transparent medium into another transparent medium. Actual path of ray of light is deviates. That phenomenon is called refraction of light. Then the refraction of light takes place when ray of light is travel from rarer medium into denser medium, speed of light is decreases. That's why its actual path is changes. In this case, if light travels from rarer medium, speed of light is maximum. For the case of rarer medium is air medium is rarer medium. Denser medium, for example, water medium is denser medium. If source of light emits a light travel from initially air medium with the speed 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Insert at this point of interface between the two medium, enters into the other medium, inside the water, speed of light is decreases. That's why it will changes into the actual path, it will deviate towards the normal line. This phenomenon is called refraction of light. There are two medium, one is rarer medium, for example air medium, denser medium, for example water medium. Then the XY surface separates both the medium. Both the medium has a different refractive index. A source of light emits a light rays. That light rays passing through the rarer medium, insert at this interface between the two medium, enters into the denser medium. Refraction takes place. In this case, light rays travel from rarer medium into denser medium. Then the refraction takes place. Refracted ray move towards the normal line. In second case, XY surface separates both the medium, normal around the surface. Let us consider one source of light, emits a light coming from the source of light, passing through the first denser medium, incident at this point of incidence of interface, angle of incidence I. Then enters into the rarer medium, refraction takes place, but the refracted rays moves away from the normal. Angle of refraction or in this case angle of refraction R is greater than that of angle of incidence. So in the second case, if ray of light is passing through the denser medium, enters into the rarer medium, once again refraction takes place, but the refracted ray move away from the normal because in the denser medium speed of light is lesser value, enters into the rarer medium speed of light is increases. Once again, due to changing speed in both the medium, refraction takes place, but the refracted ray moves away from the normal. In first case, if ray of light is passing through the rarer medium, speed of light is greater value, enters into the denser medium, speed of light is reduced. That's why once again refraction takes place, but the refracted ray moves towards the normal. In this case, angle of incidence is greater than that of angle of refraction. So next topic, laws of refraction. There are two laws of refraction. First law of refraction. there are two different medium. First medium and the second medium separates the XY surface. First medium has a refractive index mu1, second medium has a refractive index mu2, normal ground to the surface. A source of light emits a light passing through the first medium, incident at this point of incidence with an angle of incidence I, enters into the second medium, refraction takes place. So that refracted ray moves towards the normal with an angle of refraction R. So first law of refraction states that incident ray and the refracted ray normal drawn to the surface all lie in the same plane. That is the first law of refraction. So keep it in your mind. Incident ray and the refracted ray normal drawn to the surface all lie in the same plane. Then second law of refraction is also called Snell's law of refraction. Sine angle of incidence. Sine angle of incidence is directly proportional to sine angle of refraction. So here sine angle of incidence divided by sine angle of refraction, remove the proportional, put the equal, we are introducing one constant. The constant is refractive index of the second medium with respect to first medium. It is called Snell's law of refraction. So Snell's law of refraction is defined as the ratio sine angle of incidence to the sine angle of refraction, which is equal to constant for a given pair of medium. The constant is a given pair of medium is constant for a given color of light and a given pair of medium. Refractive index of the second medium with respect to first medium is constant for a given pair of medium and a given color of light is called Snell's law of refraction. So it can be rewritten in another way. Sine angle of incidence divided by sine angle of refraction, which is equal to refractive index of the second medium with respect to refractive index of the first medium. Here first medium is refractive index mu1, first medium is rarer medium. Second medium refractive index mu2. For example, water medium. So sine angle of incidence divided by sine angle of refraction, which is equal to refractive index of water, like a second medium, divided by refractive index of first medium, air medium. So refractive index of air medium is 1. So sine angle of incidence divided by sine angle of refraction, which is equal to refractive index of water with respect to R. Refractive index of R medium is 1. So therefore refractive index of second medium is a denser medium, which is equal to sin I divided by sin R. This is another one important expression in our aim to determine any refractive index of any denser medium, which is equal to sine angle of incidence divided by sine angle of refraction. Commonly we can write in problem wise refractive index of the second medium with respect to first medium, which is equal to sin I divided by sin R. It is called Snell's law of refraction. So second law of refraction is also called the Snell's law of refraction, related to refraction of light. The XY surface separates the two media. Above the XY surface is a rarer medium, refractive index mu1. Below the XY surface is a denser medium, refractive index mu2. Normal drawn to the surface. Let us consider one source of light emits a light. A ray of light coming from the source of light is incident at this point of interface. Incident with an angle of incidence is 60 degree. For a given color, maybe any one color like violet. That violet color of light coming from the source is incident at this interface with the point of incidence with an angle of incidence 60 degree. So enters into the denser medium, speed of light is decreases. That's why refraction takes place. It will deviate into the original part, actual path of ray of light is. But in the presence of denser medium, instant at this point of instance, actual path is deviates. Refraction takes place. It is a refracted ray with an angle of refraction R is equal to 45 degree. So how to calculate the refractive index of the denser medium with respect to rarer medium by using Snell's law of refraction. According to Snell's law of refraction, refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium. Second medium is the denser medium, first medium is rarer medium, which is equal to sine angle of incidence divided by sine angle of refraction. So refractive index of the denser medium mu2 divided by refractive index of the rarer medium mu1, which is equal to sine angle of incidence 60 degree divided by sine angle of refraction is 30 degree. So refractive index of the denser medium divided by refractive index of the rarer medium, which is equal to sine 30 root 3 divided by 2 divided by sine 30 1 divided by 2, which is equal to root 3 divided by 2 into 2 divided by 1. 2 get cancelled. So refractive index of the denser medium divided by refractive index of the rarer medium, which is equal to root 3, which is equal to 1.732, is the refractive index of the denser medium with respect to rarer medium is 1.732. This is a denser medium refractive index is 1.732. So what is the refractive index? So refractive index is just a mere number, mu, refractive index of the medium. So refractive index is just a mere number. It gives the information to us how much fast or how much slow speed of light is travel inside the medium. So it will give the information with the help of refractive index factor. So one more information related to refraction of light. Let me assume there are two different transparent medium. First medium is a air medium, a rare medium. Below the XY surface is a second medium. It is a denser medium. Refractive index of our medium mu1 is equal to 1. Then below the XY surface is a second medium, is a denser medium. Refractive index mu2. It is a denser medium refractive index. Normal drawn to the surface of interface. A source of light. Light coming from the source of light is incident at this point of interface. So initially light ray travel from our medium with the maximum speed c is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Enters into the denser medium, refraction takes place. See the refracted ray moving towards the normal light with the angle of refraction or with the angle of incidence I. We don't know how much speed traveled by light inside the denser medium. We are going to calculate by using Snell's law of refraction. Inside the denser medium, speed of light decreases, represented by the symbol small v. Small v is the speed of light inside the denser medium. So according to Snell's law of refraction, sine angle of incidence divided by sine angle of refraction, which is equal to refractive index of the second medium with respect to first medium, which is equal to the ratio of speed of light in vacuum or air or free space to the speed of light inside the medium. So therefore, sine angle of incidence divided by sine angle of refraction, which is equal to refractive index of the second medium with respect to first medium, which is equal to that speed of light in vacuum or air or free space divided by speed of light inside the medium. So mu2 divided by mu1, which is equal to c divided by v. So mu2 divided by mu1, which is equal to speed of light in vacuum or air or free space is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second divided by speed of light inside the medium. So 3 into 10 power 8 divided by speed of light inside the denser medium, which is equal to refractive index of the second medium is a denser medium divided by refractive index of rarer medium like R medium. So refractive index of R is 1. So therefore, refractive index of the denser medium, which is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 divided by V. The speed of light inside the denser medium is 3 into 10 power 8 divided by refractive index of the denser medium. Inside the denser medium, speed of light is reduced is entirely depends upon refractive index of the denser medium. So it is another one important expression. It can be useful to us to determine the speed of light inside the denser medium. V is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 divided by mu2. So mu2 represents refractive index of the denser medium. Another one important expression, in order to determine the refractive index of the denser medium, refractive index of the denser medium, which is equal to wavelength of light in R medium divided by wavelength of light in medium. So initially ray of light is coming from the source of light, has a wavelength in R medium, lambda, R medium. So inside at this point of interface, enters into the denser medium, wavelength of light wave can be changed. A wavelength of light wave can be reduced. If ray of light is passing from rarer medium into denser medium, wavelength of light wave is reduced. So inside the denser medium, wavelength of light wave is lambda m. So from this equation, wavelength of light in medium, which is equal to lambda r divided by refractive index of the denser medium. So it is another important expression. We are going to measure the how much wavelength of light wave is reduced inside the denser medium from this equation. Lambda m is equal to lambda r divided by